Hello YouTube from the future. Here is Insane Monster with another Let's Dev session of Warcraft 3 Re-Reforged. In this case, the Scourge of Lordaeron, the final mission, which is an epilogue, which is completely new, specifically designed by me for the Re-Reforged campaign. In this epilogue, we are going to study how to make, in this section, we are going to study how to make inside this epilogue possible for Arthas to reach level 1 from his level 9 or 10 paladin, which he is, in the best way possible. I want to show him losing his powers. I want to show him losing the lights. Okay? So, this is what we are going to work today. We are going to remove some items from Arthas from the beginning, because by losing his hammer, you will probably lose orbs and stuff like that. And then we are going to actually study a way to make it cinematic for Arthas to lose levels. Okay? Hope you're ready to join me in this adventure. And let me adjust the camera a little bit. Okay, so remember, if remember to the Twitch chat, if I'm losing my my voice, you can still force me to drink water to help this kind of issue. So we are ready. This is the map I've designed, and we are going to start from this position. First thing we need to do is that we need to start from a specific position, and let me just hide this kind of stuff, and we make a region, okay, where we can start as Arthas. And this will be scene 01, and this is Arthas. And I think we can probably make this 01, and then we can think to have something before, like something like that before, where he moves in the first scene. You have to know that for interludes I don't use the cinematic name for cinematics. I use scenes, because the interlude is one cinematics. In this case is an epilogue, which is the same of interludes, just at the end, and this epilogue is playable. Beside that, there is no other change, so I will still call them scenes. Okay, so this is where Arthas will start. We are going to, this is not 02, I'm dumb. This is 00, of course. We will start from here. Then we are going to go here. I've already designed some stuff, but we are going to improve this soon. And here we have scene Arthas 01. Then we need to decide an angle for him. So we use this beautiful grunt, and we are going to use this angle, which is 36. Okay. And Arthas is now done. Then we need to remove some kind of items from Arthas. So we go here and say remove any kind of orb from Arthas. This is the first step of the removal. You should know that in the Undead campaign, Arthas will retain his inventory. I can't bring a bottle of red wine unless I want to be banned from Twitch. I can't drink on camera unless it's water. And it's water elemental, not wine elemental, neither beer elemental. You should know that I prefer beer over wine. Personally, I'm more German than Italian from this point of view. Prefer beer to wine, even if I'm from Tuscany, so we have great quality and amount of wines here. So I need to remove items from Arthas. Let me check. We have drop item. Let me check. Item, remove, and we need to have item carried by hero, and hero is Arthas, and type. We need to use all the orbs. Okay, so we have the orbs. Orb. Oh my god. So Orb of Cynox, of course, but it's not the only one. Then we have also, come on, why are you so low? Come at the middle of my screen. Orb of Frost, I think it's something that exists then there is. Maybe Orb of Fire, I don't remember if there is an Orb of Fire. I will, just to be sure, remove all the standard orbs. So I will not check Beer Beast. I know, when I went to Prague, there was quite good beer, and they are not so expensive compared to Italy at least. So huge thumbs up to the beards in Czech Republic. Can I write just orb and not orbs? Or have I huge problems? Okay. Okay, and then we have these two. They are not even available in the campaign, but just to be sure, I mean, if in one future update I'll make them available then. Hello Dagran and welcome. Beer. You know that you just wrote that you have a big animal with claws consumption per person. This is quite funny, actually, if you can imagine someone eating a beer. Okay, so this is going to remove art stuff. Exactly, Clearlint. This is exactly the animal they are going to eat a lot for each person. Don't worry, we are not native English here. At least I am not one, and I know many of our followers are not, so we are going to forgive you for such mistake. So, this is okay, this is Arthas. Then, I need to understand a bit better. Oh, soldiers prepare, no, soldiers, no. And I don't even know what to do here. Maybe I would just write a big to-do here. This is of course copied from the Jaina interlude. Bye bye. Ruins of Stratholm, no. And I need to understand here how I was doing. This is the camera, so like that, okay. Is that camera locked? So it's something like this. And I'm going to disable this. Disable everything right now, just the main quest, and as a temp we will block camera and everything. And okay, so once we've done that, I think we can hide this. These have different names. This is a vengeful path. How it's written? Vengeful. Yeah. Vengeful path, and this. Maybe no. This is amidst. There's no. It's correct. Spell correct. Amidst. Yes. Amidst the snow, and this is vengeance. Okay, this is the two names of these cinematics. I had to write them on Arkham Plan, by the way. I forgot. Okay, so I want to change the fog color and to the color of the previous mission. And I've restrained a lot Arthas field of view. So I have to check how this looks. So let me just check in the previous mission how it was. And I think the best way to check this is just copy that. Thank you, Dagran, for the resub. I really appreciate that. My little experimental Twitch channel. Okay, I only need to copy this. Yeah, Jeff Bezos is a good guy, you know. I have this. It's different. I think I could maybe keep the same. I'm not sure. Let's try to reduce this by a bit. But we copy we have more density, why not? And copy the color though. This is 78, 82, and finally 86. Oh no. This is not existing. And this is okay. So we can copy this also here. I think will be appropriate. Let me just move this to the side 1 second so I can do it quick here. We have this. Let me try this and this. And then let me check in this previous map what was the color, because it's in a different scale. They use different scales, of course. Okay, very easy. From 200 forward, step 10. Okay, so perfect. Let me check how this is. How is this? I think the visual will be pretty close to Arthas. I want it to be pretty close to Arthas. The editor is really bad at showing this kind of stuff. Okay, so once you've done that, I think we can try to see what Arthas sees. Let me check if Arthas sees it well. Nothing should work right now, but we are pretty confident. Let's see. And since no one is doing that, I have to do it by myself. No, I will do it. It's funny that we have this kind of place order. We have this. Yeah, Dagran. We have this placeholder text, you see. Okay. Of course, I have to select Arthas. I can move otherwise. This is, you can move, okay? This is how it works. This is the size. This is how high it is. I think this looks quite cool. Okay, so we have this very special effect. I think I might even remove the visual effect of its aura, just showing its aura without, just showing the effect of the aura without showing the special effect. Okay. Okay, so I need to do a bit more stuff here, which is all there, because I know it's all there. It should be in the cleanup phase. No, it's not here. Where are you? Ah, yes, probably because there is the scene skipper. There is a system to skip the playable part. Skip, show queue, when this, turn off, skipper, player skip false, and it's here. Here we are. Yes. So this is it. And then, if I remember correctly, not Jaina. Well, this is just temp, so we can just do this because we need to check how good it looks before doing anything. We need to check how good it looks. Let me check briefly the interlude here and see if I removed speak data from Jaina, because I think I did that. Where are the orcs? Are in Kalimdor, of course. And non-unit sound set. This is what I was looking for. Thank you, myself from the past. It's like YouTube from the future and myself from the past. Okay. So we are going to remove this from both of them. Don't speak. Don't ever speak to me. And we try that again. you saw that seems that we will get custom campaigns sooner rather than later. I can't wait to restructure all the mod to take custom campaigns into account. It will be a huge work, but very, very important. It will be so incredible to have that. This is basically it, okay? He walks, he never speaks, he deals a ton of damage, he has no inventory because I think I've not saved the cache in previous map, so he has no inventory, but if you save the cache in previous map, you should have. I like that, you don't even see how much life they have. I think this is so cool. You can use abilities, do what you want, but you can't see anything. Yes, Basilius can. It's not official, but it's, I mean, it's something that's working now. Yeah, cannot target them because it's something that is happening because we found it in files. I don't like how this looks because I think it's really cool. You can see how cool is this. No, Fulgrim. Really, really no. Because you want him to lose his abilities. You can do stuff, you can do what you want. I think the best way to do this is to lose levels in time and then just make sure you can't lose more than a certain amount of levels in a certain area. Then when you go to the next one you can lose levels in time and so on. And if you don't reach level 1, who cares? If you reach Mal'Ganis level 2, level 3, who cares? You understood that you are losing levels, so you will keep losing them. It makes sense. So you don't need to actually reach level 1. I think it's the best way. Well, I think the Resurrection Ultimate is the first thing I will remove. And one thing I can tell you, now I'm walking slowly. They're attacking me now. You can see here, if you go down here, and then I will go back to the editor. You can see, Flynn, that you here have units. Okay, you have your units, so they will attack not right behind you, but they will attack, and so you will no longer have resurrection when they die here, and it makes sense. I don't want them to die so easily, but you're losing power, so you're no longer supposed to help them. And this is something that is a bit meta. I don't want to trigger it so, because in case you use cheats you might avoid them to die, and by avoiding them to die you will actually break the trigger to lose his powers. A very weird stuff. Hello, Lord Lorgon. This is the final epilogue. You have to think one thing. When you want to do something, you have to always think before you do that something. How is that something going to work when someone is going to take action in what you are thinking? Because if you think just, I want to do that because it's cinematic, then you do a cinematic and okay, it's a cutscene, you can do that. But if you want to do something interactive, you have to take care of what people will do. This is why, for example, I can't just remove levels in times, because if one decides to stay here for 10 minutes, what should I do? Should I make him level 1? No, I should say, okay, you lose levels so long you are here. When you are here, you can mostly reach level 6 or 7. Here you can reach level 4. Here you can reach level 1. So you have all of these sections and you will be able to lose levels so long you are there. If you just say you lose level here and you lose that amount, then you are screwing yourself, because you will need to take care of all possible things player can do, and you don't want to let players play removing them agency. So you need to have multiple triggers to take into account everything, and this is bad. This is bad for you because you don't want to make all of these triggers. It's not needed. Okay. So I already thought of having troops charging and him not helping them anymore. It's not his goal anymore. He's no more this kind of person. Okay. Hathanil on my supporters lobby suggested me to use some kind of music from the Ace Crown Glacier, which are very, very cool. I was thinking actually to use that music here. I will now play it for you. I was thinking to use this as background music of this phase that you heard. I know it's not supposed to be played here, and I want to know it because it's what's sad, but also dark, and it's still action oriented, it's fighting, so I think it could be fitting. I heard it a lot of times to convince myself because I was not really convinced at the beginning. Thank you, Delitaru, for the follow. Okay. I will reduce the music now. It's just a problem of the stream. Can you hear me now? Yeah, I think you can hear me better than the music now. Perfect. Okay, so let's think of some special effects to do with that. So we have animations for artists. Okay, let me just open. Very cool. Okay, so this is our artist. He has not many animations, okay? He has this animation here, but I don't think this animation can be used anywhere except the Frostmourne cinematic. We have this animation here, but this can't be used anywhere unless when killing Mal'Ganis. And we have this animation here, also in the cinematic, and then we have this one. This is the animation I want to use when he loses a level. And I don't want to show him feel pain or something when losing a level. But we need some kind of special effects or camera effects. Don't know what to use. Still, we can decide something together. So, we can do this, and I think the best way to do this first time is just do this in the initialization trigger, like wait 15 seconds, and then we want to play to pause artists, because of course you can't give him commands in that time. You are going to unit and then no, animation, sorry, play artists, and we have cinematic Zorlisten 1. Then before that we have to pause, and then unit issue order to stop, because we need to stop him. Artist order to stop, and then play this one, and then we need to have him lose a level. So yeah, hero, set level to artist to arithmetic, and then we have hero level of artist -1. Hide level up graphics, of course, and then we need to show something. So I was thinking of showing, we can try with just one audio for now. Yes, Fogrim, I want to use only Warcraft WoW related music because it is copyright free. we know that it's not copyright free in the real world. If you make something, you can't use Warcraft music, but if you make something about Warcraft, you can use Warcraft music. And since we have really a ton of amazing music, I think it's not worth to use other kind of music. I've used it once in all the Re-Reforged campaign, other kind of music, and it's one music which I own, but except for that, I would avoid, because it's risky of copyright striking for all the YouTubers who will going to stream it. It's not worth it. So we have some sounds, and I'm going to play directly some kind of sound. So this is Utter Echo. We are going to use Utter first. Let me open the sound editor and let me see. This is Utter. I think we can place it right 80. Default, general, it's pretty appropriate. And let me check. I don't want to have text show up, okay? It's just sound, just voices in his head. So we have then ambient sounds, and we have the dots effects and Frostmourne, the Frostmourne stuff. This thing. So this is something we want, and something I'm going to not really looping ambient until the sound stops. So we're going to do this. Looping, yes, looping ambient can be fine. And we go here, we are playing this, then we are going to also sound play Frostmourne chant, and then we are going to wait for sound. Imagine this will be in a specific trigger, okay? I'm just testing because I need to understand how it feels. When it will feel good, then I will going to just mass produce it in multiple triggers. It's not too complex. So wait for this, and then we stop the Frostmourne chant. And then we do everything. We do this. On pause Arthas. We can queue. We can queue this multiple times just to be sure. I don't know how long is the effect. Just to be sure, we can queue it up, and then we can just do this. Reset Arthas animation. Let's try this. I will increase a bit the computer audio just so you can hear a bit better. The orcs and their new allies. Imagine to be like that, you move away, you're doing stuff.
Remember, Arthas, we are paladins. Vengeance cannot be a part of what we must do. If we allow our passions to turn to bloodlust, we will become as vile as the orcs.
We didn't play the animation, but this is the audio effect. I'm open to comments about that. This is maybe a bit too loud. Udas was very quiet. Let's try to do this way. Then we have... Oh, well, yes. Swordlisten. Yes, I think I wrote it correctly now. There is no graphical effect yet. Let me see. I think I can't see graphical effects here. because we are in the new editor. But hey guys, are you ready to see the old editor coming back from the grave? Okay, welcome back to the 1.32 word editor. And let me check some visual effects when they still were something you can see in the editor. Okay, so we are going to see them here, okay? So let's see, abilities. Something that could look cool. Animate that noise to use, even if it looks cool. Let me just move away this. This is corporeal form. Corporeal form is not bad. This is to use, I use it too much. Death coil. Death pact and death coil. What do you think of this? Death pact maybe? Death pact, caster and target. What do you think of this? Both of them. I think this might look cool. Dark Ritual I use for all the teleportation animations. So, Death Pact, Caster and Target. Okay, let's go back to our editor. The one which has troubles. Okay, so we are going to special effect, create at position of artist. We are going to create something like that. We'll say Death Pact, Caster, and then Death Pact target. And we're going to increase a little bit the size of this because I think it's too small otherwise. Not by much, just a little bit. Like 1.25 and also that 1.25. And then I want to don't show anymore the devotion or ability in the as effect, because I think it's bad to show it. So let me go to ability and heroes, and we have devotion aura, and we have the graphics and target. This is, I think, and we remove it. No, I want not to show it because it's an interlude. I don't show auras in cinematic, and this is a playable cinematic, so I don't show this. Okay, at all. This is the point, because it's a cinematic. It follows the same rule of the cinematics. Yes, there is no hero glow. There is no hero glow on Arthas right now. There is a hero glow. I didn't notice any hero glow. Devotion aura, it has this target, and we remove also the target, so people will not be affected. We're watching a weird spot of the map. Let me try it again. Jaina had no ability at all in the interlude. Here I want to keep Arthas abilities because we are removing them. This is the point of the mission, basically. So in Jaina's case, we didn't use them at all. She had no abilities. You see, no glow, no everything.
Remember, Arthas, we are paladins. Vengeance cannot be a part of what we must do. If we allow our passions to turn to bloodlust, then we will become as vile as the orcs.
I think instead of queuing these animations, I can reduce this animation speed by a very huge margin and improve the overall effect. I think right now it's really quite cool. He's level 9 and he should have lost something. What did he lost? He lost all right. I don't know how to decide what he lost, what he lose. Actually, there is no way to decide that. Let me check. This is my this is my temp unit, and he loses the first one he gets. I think he will go this way, maybe. If there is no way, I will just keep it like that. I don't know if I can decide which abilities to remove. Probably I can, but it's I will study this offline because it's a very tedious process to study. Better to work on him doing stuff. So play this, and then we want to I think maybe we can do something like that, and wait something like that, and wait this thing and this thing. This is appropriate, and this is okay-ish in its position, and then maybe even that, and this is one from ending. It's better in my opinion, and this here probably, and this like that, probably like that, and then yeah, this is the goal, because it troubled me too. When I played the game when I was a child, I saw, oh, Arthas again. I couldn't stand him anymore. I disliked him so much because, but well, it's very strong, and he wasn't. I don't know. It's not even strong. Why am I playing with Arthas again? And it turned out this was by design. So animation speed. How much is this animation speed, in your opinion? How long does this animation last? Maybe it will last 1 second. I want to check if we have a time. This is the time. We have a certain amount of time, which is the time the audio exists. Then we have, for example, 2 seconds animation, probably. It's around 2 seconds, I think, no more than 2 seconds. And the 2 second animation, we have to reduce the animation speed to comply with that. So I think we can try, this is a very complex mathematical computation, because I have to actually weight my speed by the difference in time. So if we have 2 seconds, it will be normal 2 seconds. If we have like 10 seconds, it has to last like 10 seconds from 2. And from 2 to 10, it's 5 times more, so I have to go slower to go at 20%. So you have to divide by the time. Okay, maybe I know how to compute something like that. Thank you for the follow. Let me check. I must say that I like Arthas more now that I have made this campaign. By working on him and focusing certain parts, I like him more. You have to understand that in the original Italian translations, it was not so clear he was becoming mad, in my opinion. While in the English translations, it's much more clear. This is a huge thing. So this is 100%. So we have 100%, and we have to divide 100% by the amount of times. So the amount of times 2 seconds is in the length of the sound. So sound, maybe I'm making a very bad mathematical computation, but at least we can try. And this is uter, and we divided by, for example, let's say 2 seconds, then I can compute it more precisely. And then, so this is 100, this, okay. So if it's 2 seconds, it's 100, so perfect, it makes sense. And at this point, we just bring back 100. Yeah, but I think it was not conveyed well in the original Italian translation. When I was a child, I was thinking, what is happening? Why is it turning evil? I never understood completely, and I didn't like it. I always preferred Thrall and Tyrande. I prefer them a lot to Arthas. Because of that, I think. Now I like Arthas much more. Let me see. I think the fog is perfect. And the reduced field of view is perfect too.
Remember, Arthas, we are paladins. Vengeance cannot be a part of what we must do. If we allow our passions to turn to bloodlust, then we will become as vile as the orcs.
A bit too slow, maybe. I think I did it a bit too slow. Maybe because it was not 2. Let me try with something like, for example, 4. Maybe we can use some fade filter too. Let me check. Something like, no condition, I want an action. Fade filter. We are like 75% transparency. And what can we use? The color, something grayish, bluish. So maybe something like 45, 65, 70, something like that. And this is something like that. I don't know if we can also maybe we can change the camera lock. We can have 2 camera lock, default, and then we have Arthas close by, whispers, and we can probably make 2 different here. Camera numerator, whispers, denominator, whispers, hate, whispers, and 5 whispers. We have the same here. We will use this double. Let's see what happens. It will probably explode. Camera. What happens if I just force it to be like that? Because I would love to have something more. Maybe I should not change the fob, you know? We keep the default, always. Because it's something that's weird in the new camera they added. Camera fob default. And maybe we can change this. Here to something like that. This is over 1 second and a half. Maybe 1 second only, it's more than enough. And here 1 second. Maybe something like this. We can try again. Hello Lejean, welcome to the stream. How are you today? So, let's try this again. Hit my... I forgot. I will have not to change my camera manually because otherwise it will bug out. Okay. Oh, Flynn, I appreciate.
Remember, Arthas, we are paladins. Vengeance cannot be a part of what we must do. If we allow our passions to turn to bloodlust, we will become as vile as the orcs.
Something went wrong with the tooltips. I'm quite better than last time I streamed Legion. I was pretty ill last time. So let me check. Maybe I could do something. Maybe I can do something. And I can just remove this. I don't need this. And do something like this. Cinematic. Okay, so set camera. Where is set camera field? I can see. Okay, set player 2. Like this. Over like 4 seconds. Then after we are here, we can just cinematic mode off, select Cartas again if needed. The distance we reset to the full distance. You're watching on the phone. The interval is depending on time and the zone you are in. So basically, you are in a certain zone. Each second, each time frame, which is minutes actually, or 1 minute, something like that, you will lose an ability, and up to a certain point. And the more you're in a certain zone, the slower you will lose. I think I will do something like this. I have to study it a little bit. Not really ready to do it. I'm really hacking today, because I'm trying to find the best way to show this cinematically speaking. So it's... Let me try to make this a bit bigger. And this a bit smaller. Yes, this makes quite sense. This makes sense. Sorry, 1 second. I can go to close my door because there is some noise. Here I am. Let me try again. Let's see. I think the voice with the echo are really good. But there are already no languages. It was so boring to make them all. Okay, let me check.
Remember, Arthas, we are paladins. Vengeance cannot be a part of what we must do. If we allow our passions to turn to bloodlust, we will become as vile as the orcs.
Something like this? What do you think, guys? What do you think? I think we can even increase a lot this, reduce this by a lot. Something like over, even more, even like something to 2 seconds arithmetic. It's 2 seconds plus the sound, maybe this plus, let's try with the sound length. Maybe sound length not good, maybe not the arithmetic with sound length of the sound in this case divided by a bit less than 2. Okay. No, a bit more than 2, it's the right one. This is okay. And cinematic soloist, and okay, play Frostmourne Chant. And yes, we do this cinematically. You can loop it or not loop it. You cannot loop it less often unless I change the sound. I can change the sound, but I can change the file. There is no animation for that, but Basilius. And I don't think he loses. No, I can play slower unless I change the file. It's not possible. I can basically make a file where I have multiple instances of it with a certain interval, or I can make a trigger playing it and waiting some time. This is another way, but it's a boring way, so I don't think I will use it now, but I will probably do it in the editor. A bit quiet. Let me shut the camera again. I think the fact that we go to a small cinematic is the best, because so we don't have the UI in the middle is a bit better. I don't know, if you think that I should keep it UI, I will try. We can try to make it UI. I can make now a version with UI and see what happens. Like remove only input and leave UI and see. I will also make him immortal in this.
Remember, Arthas, we are paladins. Vengeance cannot be a part of what we must do. If we allow our passions to turn to bloodlust, we will become as vile as the orcs.
Yeah, this is quite nice. Let's just make a test with UI, okay? So we are really sure. It's not costly, okay? So we can do it. Okay. And then let me see if I can change also something else. I can set a camera for this because of course it will depend on when you are, so I can set a camera. I have to play with the camera myself by editing the values of the default camera. Maybe this could be something like this. Maybe I have an idea about the Frost Merchant sound. I have to test a couple of things now, but I have an idea. Let's see how it looks from behind.
Remember, Arthas, we are paladins. Vengeance cannot be a part of what we must do. If we allow our passions to turn to bloodlust, we will become as vile as the orcs.
You know what? I like more with UI. I do like the fact I can't see anything here now anymore, but no flash black picture, please. No, don't have me make something that is incredibly hard to do. I don't understand why it doesn't show the tooltips. I need to check it out. Maybe it's the fade in, fade out. Anyway, the solution I think is that we have a loop, which is actually really nice to hear. Very slow, very nice. And we have this, and we can avoid looping this. We can just show this general. We can reduce a little bit this to like 65, and then we can. I actually like it better without the cinematic, I must say, with UI, and it's more flowing in the game. And I want here to play Frost Merchant here, play Frost Merchant here, again, and then I want to play here Frostmourne loop from this part onwards, and then here I want to stop the loop. And let me check if now it feels better and understand why it loses the UI on the abilities. I don't want that to happen. But no UI makes you feel you are in a cinematic and the control is taken away from you. And you are taking away control, yes, but you are disrupting less the flow of the game, in my opinion, this way. It's just an opinion, just something you like or not. You are playing what you're doing this. It's not something I want to...
Remember, Arthas, we are paladins. Vengeance cannot be a part of what we must do. If we allow our passions to turn to bloodlust, we will become as vile as the orcs.
Maybe it's just because I pause him. Maybe if I don't pause him, is it even possible to do? Yes, the only thing it's not really in scale is that these buildings are not really in scale. I could make them a bit bigger. I did that for this, and I could make them a bit bigger here. I think I can do this. There's not much problem making me just a slight bit bigger, not much, because they're still units. I can make it less static than that, unless I make cameras everywhere in the map, which is not something I can do. I can make something rotating. Maybe I can make it rotate. Let me check. Let's make like the same thing. Where are you? Okay. Oh, water elemental for me. I appreciate the water elemental, guys. I can't really wait for release, guys, you know. Can't really wait to see this being played. What do you think I should do? I should do some kind of release mega stream where I play through the campaign. I mean, all the campaign. To you, Legion. Let's see how this feels.
Remember, Arthas, we are paladins. Vengeance cannot be a part of what we must do.
Oh my god, this is going to cause...
to turn to bloodlust.
Like...
become as vile as the orcs.
This is going to be something like, I don't know, vomit. Motion sickness, yes. I have to do something like this though. I can do maybe something like that and something like that. Let me try this. Oh, I didn't check that thing. This was important, I didn't check. I always get motion sickness, so better to do this in my own game. Yes, now I'm reducing the spinny by a lot and increasing the time. Problem is the sounds vary at various time. Yes, I like it too, but has to be much lower, I agree. That's why I have to reset the camera to a certain cameras. It's quite tedious.
Remember, Arthas, we are paladins. Vengeance cannot be a part of what we must do. If we allow our passions to turn to bloodlust, we will become as vile as the orcs.
You see, we have a problem now. Camera is not reset. Ooh. Actually, I think the best way will be to choose a fixed time to rotate completely. Something like, I don't know, this amount of time, and then you have to reset it then. Okay, so posing artists don't change anything. I don't understand. Let me check advanced fade filter maybe. And I add as a color, which color I add? I just have to go 1 second to the bathroom, my guys. I will be back in 1 minute, sorry. Here I am, back already. Flynn. What is... You are showing witty emoji here. I can see witty emoji here. Okay. Okay, apply a filter and then we can fade out. Should be enough. Okay, so let me check if this works. Play Frost Moon, stop Frost. I think I can also... I have to... where is this? In... This is... This is done in this way, but here it was done in a better way. Apply... Fade in. Ah, okay, I know what I did wrong. I'm a moron. I did the opposite of what I should have done. This is fade in. And this is fade out. Stupid me. Okay, now it's fixed. Stupid me. Okay. Then I want to apply camera object and it's the previous camera, so you have to save the camera and then do this. Okay, so I have to, when I'm here, I'm to here and apply this camera over simply that with easy in time .5 time 25 5, okay. And which camera object? So I'm stupid more. And camera object. This is artist camera, which is camera object. And then we go here and we apply artist camera. Again, please do this correctly. And then we need to save it here. So here we turn it off. We also go to variables and save this camera to current camera. And it should be fine. Then we don't pause artist, we don't unpause artist, and now it should work. Then I want to avoid any kind of additional noise, so this is a general. This is general 2 in default axon. Maybe it's a bit too strong now. Something like that to create the sound. And then I want to actually add, it should be in dialogues. Maybe it's not here because there are no dialogues here. And it's sound set sound. Oh yeah, where is? What is it? Okay, set all volume channels for speech, and here, and then here, a set of volume channels. Perfect. Let me try it again. And now we have this rotate camera. And then we have change camera object at a certain time with all of these things that should make it work better actually. Let's see. Should rotate slowly and everything. We check this out. If I manage to make this good from a template standpoint, then to make this into triggers and replicate it for all the sounds is something very, very quick. So it's a huge work what we are doing here today. Okay, we have Artas. This works now.
Remember, Arthas, we are paladins. Vengeance cannot be a part of what we must do. If we allow our passions to turn to bloodlust, then we will become as vile as the orcs.
A bit too fast, maybe. Oh, and I can move the camera. That's bad. So there's something not working right in this part. Okay, make camera rotation stop. Yes. Okay. Yes, a bit of drop in the end. So yes, it is a bug. This is not working as it should. Then This should work. Let me test this again. Actually, this could happen also when you are fighting the undeads. So if while you're fighting, it will also enable a trigger that basically nullifies the amount of damage you receive from the undeads. Basically 0, and having the appropriate sound in channels, you will almost not hear them. Mal'Ganis.
Remember, Arthas, we are paladins. Vengeance cannot be a part of what we must do. If we allow our passions to turn to bloodlust, then we will become as vile as the orcs.
Stop abrupt. Well, we have this. Why is it abrupt? I'll try to remove the camera lock and see what happens. And let's see what happens without the camera lock. We have fixed the issue with the tooltips. This is really good. Well, I want you to hear this. So, yes, I can reduce the volume a little bit. Consider that it's a speech, so it's natural. It will be loud. I will reduce him a little bit. It's hearing them. It's the point of this kind of stuff.
Remember, Arthas, we are paladins. Vengeance cannot be a part of what we must do. If we allow our passions to turn to bloodlust, then we will become as vile as the orcs.
It's abrupt. What is the command I'm using to make it abrupt? Maybe this apply. Let me remove this apply. My dear editor. Hey Hartas, hello. I'll drink it in a second. Let's see what happens here. Wow.
Remember, Arthas, we are paladins. Vengeance cannot be a part of what we must do. If we allow our passions to turn to bloodlust, then we will become as vile as the orcs.
It keeps rotating, this camera. If you don't... How do I stop this rotation? But first, more important things. We have to stand up with our back and drink one glass of water. Let me see. this is my solution. I think this might be a solution. Let me see. This works some way or another. I'm glad you are seeing this very fun trial and error thing to make it work.
Remember, Arthas, we are paladins. Vengeance cannot be a part of what we must do. If we allow our passions to turn to bloodlust, then we will become as vile as the orcs.
Incredible. This is incredible. Whatever I do, it's abrupt. What happens if I stop camera? Just stop the camera and test. Come on, game. Do me a favor. It's quite late. I think we're going to end it quite soon. Because we've done quite a bit of stuff, but there's still some issues I have to iron out. And I will do so in the coming days. Are you sad, Lord Lorgum? I'm going to be more active next week, okay? You can expect at least a couple Let's Dev to finish this map, and then no more Let's Dev tier release. I have to say you this very sad thing, but no more Let's Dev tier release where I will do some Let's Play. Because of course I have nothing to dev. Come on, Arthas, come on.
Remember, Arthas, we are paladins. Vengeance cannot be a part of what we must do. If we allow our passions to turn to bloodlust, then we will become as vile as the orcs.
Okay, this works. So maybe... Yeah, Lord Lorgum, I was ill. I couldn't even go to work for the first 3 days of this week, so I really couldn't make a stream. It was really not possible at all. Let me just try to do this. Maybe this might work. Yes, now I feel much better, because when I was ill I was barely able to talk. So if I am not able to speak, it's very hard for me to do a stream like this, okay? Peak condition. Not yet peak condition. I'm not really in the best possible shape yet, but I hope to be soon. It was not a very good week from my health standpoint, but now I'm better. It's better, so. Let's see if it works. Yeah, but only after release.
Remember, Arthas, we are paladins. Vengeance cannot be a part of what we must do. If we allow our passions to turn to bloodlust, then we will become as vile as the orcs.
What the fuck? Why? Why? This is something I'm not understanding right now. Yeah. What the fuck? Why? Why is not working as it should? I think I'm too tired right now to understand why it's not working as it should. Do you agree with me? I think you do. Even if you don't. Guys. So I am going to end the VOD session here, and I'll keep chatting with you on Twitch for a little while, but I think I can't work it anymore. So for all you on YouTube from the future, this is the end of this stream. This will be one of the last streams before release, but the fun thing is that you are going to see this when I have already released. So hope you enjoyed all the work that went into this. Remember to like and subscribe. You can follow this live on Twitch. If you like the project, I really appreciate if you support it on Patreon. So have a nice day and see you next time. Bye bye.